coming. Thank you for joining us here at our headquarters in the heart of Hollywood as the wildfires continue to burn at both ends of our city. Last night was mercifully not as windy as they predicted it would be, but we are nowhere near out of the woods yet. Thousands of our fellow Los Angelenos remain under evacuation orders and warnings. And for those of you here in our studio audience, please, if you smell smoke, don't be alarmed. Snoop Dogg was here last night. Usually takes around 48 hours or so to air the building out. Last night, we talked about the way our community and the country and even other countries have rallied around to help us. Every one of us who lives here has been hearing from friends, from family, from former classmates, you name it. Lots of people have been checking in. And I just want to say the sentiment overall is we are grateful for sure. We appreciate it. But some of the outreach has been weird. For instance, one of our writers, Josh, as he was being ordered to evacuate his house, got this message from his father in Florida. Note, the bad air harkens back to mid-20th century days when smog was a big issue. Have a nice weekend. Thank you for that tidbit of dad history. Another one of our writers, Danny, has been getting updates from his aunt and uncle. They live in La Cañada, which is very close to the Eaton fire. His aunt wrote, Edison, which is the power company, promised to get our power back up by noon, but as of 2 p.m., still not on. We got lunch from an Italian deli, a nice hot lunch for Dave, half meatball sandwich. There was an Edison guy in the deli trying to feed his crew. He ordered 12 sandwiches. One of our TV watchers got this from her aunt, checking in to see how you're doing down there. I'm doing well. Fire closest to my apartment is contained now. I'm staying at a friend's house. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for checking in. Their aunt wrote, we are doing great in the Bahamas. Here's another. It happened to be one of our writers' birthday, and his friend from Florida wrote, happy birthday. Penis are safe and okay. OMG, I don't know why it wrote penis when I was typing hope. In many cultures, the penis, in Florida, the penis is a symbol of hope, for sure. And we got this from one of our assistant editors, Kevin, who was in the middle of evacuating. Now, and his mom, who knew he was mid-flee, wrote, my first special sandwich, lactose-free cream cheese, sliced English cucumbers, fresh dill, roasted red pepper, eggplant, and garlic spread, sprinkled with herbs on organic sprouted whole grain bread. You'd think a text about a sandwich like that would come from L.A., not... That might be the most L.A. text ever sent to anyone ever. But we thank you for checking in. We know your intentions are good, but at the moment, we're jamming our high school yearbooks and our kids into our frunks, okay? Yesterday, we set up a donation center in our parking lot here at the show. Our staff has been donating and receiving donations of diapers, baby food, socks, underwear, water, toiletries, all the essentials. We sent 2 cargo vans full of stuff out today to help those displaced by the fires in Altadena and the Pacific Palisades. We are right on the corner of Hollywood and Highland. If you have something you want to share, we're collecting from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. every day this week. We got a lot of stuff from a lot of people. Thank you. So many people are pitching in so many different ways, including a lot of local chefs and restaurateurs, many of them working with World Central Kitchen, are feeding first responders and victims of the fires all over the city. 2 of those chefs are in Pasadena right now. Kim Prince and Greg Doolin are feeding people out of their Doolinville food truck, and there they are. Hi, Kim and Greg.
How you doing?
How are you?
Doing great. How are you?
Just fine.
You guys came up from Crenshaw to Pasadena to help. I heard you've been making food since 5 o'clock this morning.
That's right. We started at 5 this morning, didn't we?
We sure did.
What are you making? It looks like you got some good stuff there painted on the side of the truck.
We wanted to bring our delicious soul food from Los Angeles, from Crenshaw to Altadena and Pasadena. And so we've been serving our delicious fried chicken, our cornbread muffins, collard greens, mac and cheese, just good, wholesome food so that the families can have a good home-cooked meal.
That looks really, really good, I have to say. What can we do to help you and other chefs like you feed people?
Sign up through worldcentralkitchen.org. Contact our restaurants, and we need lots of help. We need helping hands. People who know how to work in commercial kitchens is always helpful. And then we need water. These families need shelter still. There's a lot of families that are all spread out because they had to break it up to be able to stay at Auntie's house and Nana's house.
Right.
So they need shelter.
Well, thank
So
you.
contact World Central Kitchen.
Thank you so
World Central
much
Kitchen. Yes.
for everything you're doing, and the food looks great. That's Kim Prince and Greg Doolin. Go to WCK.org to help them out. And, you know, as if these fires weren't enough to deal with, we also have a ton of misinformation going around. Some of it is nuts. My brother was at the market near his neighborhood, which is in a fire and evacuation zone. He started talking to a lady in line who honestly believed that Diddy started the fires. Diddy, who's in prison in New York, somehow managed to start the fire. And she believed this. I looked at it, I was like, where did she get this? And guess what? It came from TikTok. There's a story going around on TikTok that says the fires were started on purpose by elites who intend to destroy P. Diddy's pedophile escape tunnels because they're evidence. This is something real people believe. Never mind the fact, if you look at a map, you'll see that these bonehead elites somehow managed to burn everything but Diddy's house. I don't know if they're closing in on him or what the plan is, but thank God fire isn't fueled by stupid, or this country would be one giant Olympic torch right now. The special counsel today released his report on Trump's effort to overturn the results of the election in 2020. It's a mountain of evidence. Details the unconstitutional and criminal behavior we all already knew he did when we reelected him. The special counsel uncovered so much evidence they had to split the report into 2 volumes, like Cher's autobiography. And yet nothing will come of it. In fact, they're throwing parties next week. We're now less than a week away from Trump's return to office, and we're getting details about the festivities. Trump will attend not 1, but 3 balls and a parade. They announced that Trump's famous garbage truck will be part of the parade. I can't think of a better metaphor for the next 4 years than that. The lineup of entertainers is notably more impressive than the last time he was elected. Last time, the biggest act they got was 3 Doors Down. This time, Carrie Underwood is scheduled to sing. Hopefully that song about the guy who cheats. There will be performances from Rascal Flatts, Kid Rock, Waka Flocka Flame will be. It's like Trump found his old iPod Nano from 2004, hit shuffle, and whoever came up got invited. Also on the bill, the headliners, in fact, are the remaining members of the Village People, which is one guy, a guy named Victor Willis, who's the cop in the Village People, and is apparently not gay. What you talking about, Willis? Being the straight member of the Village People, it's like being the one guy in ZZ Top without a beard. It's strange. But Victor Willis has had enough of this. He's threatening to sue anyone who refers to the song YMCA as a gay anthem. So from now on, we can't call it a gay anthem. We'll call it the gayest anthem of all time. But listen, first of all, this song was on an album called Cruisin', okay? They made the video for the song in front of the most famous leather bar of the 1970s, the Ramrod. Their other songs, if you go through their greatest hits collection, they got Fire Island, they got Key West, they got San Francisco, they got I'm a Cruiser, Hot Cop, In the Navy, and Macho Man. What do those titles have in common? All cool ways to pick up chicks, that's what. I hate to say, I mean, it is fun to know that Elon Musk has paid $1 billion now for front row seats at a Village People concert. There they are, Donald and Melania on a walk together. The main event in Washington today was the confirmation hearing of Trump's nominee for Secretary of Defense, former Weekend Fox and Friends co-host Pete Hegseth. The hearing started at 9:30 this morning, or as Pete calls it, happy hour. Hegseth was hammered by Democrats on the Senate Armed Services Committee, who argue that he should be disqualified based on accounts of excessive drinking, allegations of sexual misconduct, which are 2 of the qualities Trump looks for in a nominee. Hegseth says it's all made up to discredit him, and that includes this line of questions from Virginia Senator Tim Kaine.
One of your colleagues said that you got drunk at an event at a bar and chanted, "Kill all Muslims." Another colleague, not anonymous, we have this, said that you took co-workers to a strip club. You were drunk, you tried to dance with strippers, you had to be held off the stage, and one of your employees in that event filed a sexual harassment charge as a result of it. You claim that this was all anonymous. We have seen records with names attached to all of these, including the name of your own mother.
Wait, his mother was at the strip club? This guy, Pete Hegseth, among his many disqualifying attributes, was reportedly, he was forced out of 2 different veteran nonprofit groups after allegations of sexual impropriety, personal misconduct, and financial mismanagement. In other words, just the dude you want in charge of an $800 billion budget and the security of the free world. But these Republican senators are so scared of Donald Trump, they've been circle jerking the wagons around him, none more so than Markwayne Mullin of Oklahoma, who did not do much to help head off the stereotype about people named Mark Wayne.
You haven't seen it because I know you have. And then how many senators do you know have got a divorce before cheating on their wives? Did you ask them to step down? No. But it's for show. You guys make sure you make a big show and point out the hypocrisy because the man's made a mistake. And you want to sit there and say that he's not qualified? Give me a joke.
Oh, you got so close. You got... Sticking the landing it's the hardest part.
I mean, it is so ridiculous that you guys hold yourself as this higher standard and you forget you got a big plank in your eye. We've all made mistakes. I've made mistakes. And Jennifer, thank you for loving him through that mistake. Because the only reason why I'm here and not in prison is because my wife loved me too.
What? What does that mean? I looked it up. I have no idea what he's talking about. Did she keister a nail file in a conjugal visit or something? If I was in that room, I'd say, never mind Pete Hegseth. Let's find out more about Mark Wayne and his wife. While we're on the subject of devoted brides, Melania made an appearance on Fox and Friends to announce that she has plans to reboot Be Best.
Will you continue with your platform, Be Best?
I will continue with Be Best, and also I will expand Be Best. I started in the first administration. I didn't have much support from anyone.
Gee, I wonder why that was. Nobody rallied around an anti-bullying campaign for the woman married to the biggest bully in American history. But you know what they say? If at first you can't be best, be even bester the next time.
Hello, America, United States. It is me, First Lady Melania Kushmushka Subpoena Trump, back in White House and ready to protect the children from anti-bully campaign. We rocket America with Be Best, and now we make number 2, Be Even More Best. Yes, best at folding arms, best at wearing hat, best at holding book, best at saying word book, best at disappearing. Haha, where I go, best at making big sun, best at the Christmas things, and best at renegotiating prenup. America, let us make year 2025 be even more best, to be the best we can be. Yes?
Yes, thank you, Slovenia.